real motion getter. Stay in motion. Gonna keep that motion. We gonna stay on top. $1 million nigga. $1 billion nigga. This is not no cap talk.
Motion Mondays back with Dream Wise. Here we go, and another one. Yes, sir. Wake that ass up. So if y'all don't know, Motion Mondays is where I go down my Instagram feed and we dive deep into the spiritual insights that's coming up in the videos. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the squad. We in here, the Chaos family. It go down another Monday. We in April, and we making it happen. April. Now, one thing I do want to say about April is that it's very, very important during this specific time. Listen, family, you got to hear this. It's very important to keep your house clean. Now, we get the whole spring cleaning idea, right? With that, but that's a real energy that you want to embody right now. Also, get a picture of Lakshmi in your home, because Lakshmi is the goddess of cleanliness and prosperity and abundance. So if you keeping your house clean, if you keeping your energy fly, then essentially you're going to be in that abundant prosperity stage. You feel me? So keep your house clean right now. Try to, you got to put in a little bit more effort. That's what it is. Also, you want to get some plants. So get a picture of Lakshmi, get some plants, some new plants. Speak to them plants in your home during this springtime, and speak words of positivity, words of abundance, words of wealth, and then also some flowers, or the flowers is just flow hers. So flow hers is just bringing in that divine feminine energy into your home. So when you get flowers, you're just letting the flow of her resonate in your being, in your home. So get you some flowers, keep your house clean, plants, new plants, speak to them plants, speak to them flowers, and then get a picture of Lakshmi. Hey, I'm just telling you what it is. I'm looking at the calendar, we're in April, and that April-May energy is about, the mother. That's why they have Mother's Day and that kind of divine feminine energy. So you want to bring forth feminine energy of cleanliness, of Lakshmi, of flow hers, flowers into your home at this specific time, so you can turn up and turn out. What's up, family? What's the deal, man? We in here. I see y'all in here. Yes, sir. Like this thing up. Share this thing up. Here we go. Let me go down my Instagram feed. Y'all feel me? Now, look. Tomorrow, I'm thinking about doing something on the Black Mirror. I know some of y'all's having a hard time watching them hoes. The Black Mirror episode's been off the chain. We watched 1 through 3, with the last one being Issa Rae. So those are fire, the new season. So now I'm thinking about just decoding those tomorrow. So we'll see how Spirit wakes me up and makes me feel about them. Because they're actually pretty easy to codes, but they're also some spiritual tools that we can use in this specific time. So what am I saying? I'm saying go watch that bitch. Think it's on Netflix. Watch it. Shit. The second episode was off the chain. I said, "Oh, they ain't playing this year." Black Mirror, it go down. All right, let me share my Instagram real quick so we can get it on. What's the deal, family? Peace to the family, peace to the squad. Let's get it on.
So if you want to know your life, look at your habits. That's what you do frequently, right? And they add up to a rhythm. That rhythm becomes a pattern. That pattern becomes your character. That character becomes your life. You're not going to be able to break out of it until you change something about who you are. So there's so many people that's operating from a paradigm of fear.
Right.
They got too much fear. Courage is where it starts. Courage is where the shift starts.
Right.
Because the fear gonna be there.
Right.
But daily courage is how you activate yourself even when the fear comes.
Right.
It's sometimes the fear of what's on that other side. right? The fear of success and the fear of failure, it paralyzes people. It minimizes your vision. It stops your movement. It makes you think small as hell. It's your fear that's stopping you. Like, what's stopping you from writing a book right now? Insecurity? You don't think you're good enough? You don't think that's for you, right? So when you talk about frequencies, the shift comes in saying that, you know, you have to be what you want to achieve already, or what you do frequently.
That's good. Shout out to 19 Keys. Yeah, that's it. Repetition, habits, repetition is a must. So a good, and I like what he said with the fear aspect, because a big aspect of fear is what I just told y'all to do. Go get you some flowers. I'm telling you, look, go get you some flowers. The metaphysical breakdown of flowers is flow her. This is in all them OTO books and all that, you know, black goddess books that they try to hide from the family. So that flower or that flow her, right, is a presence, is an energy, right? Especially when you can make your female flow, you feel me? Because that's a sign of attractiveness and power, essentially, right? So now you want to get you some flowers. So you have to have courage to even do that, to even get plants. You have to have courage to clean your home. Now, some of y'all might be like, nah, Dream, I clean my home or whatever. There's some courage in embarking and throwing away some clothes that you know you're never going to wear again. There's some courage in embarking in the task of getting rid of a particular bed, couch, something that doesn't serve you no more. So when I'm talking about cleaning your home, I'm not talking about just, you know, picking stuff up and straightening stuff up. I'm talking about clearing stuff out, getting rid of that junk. And that takes some strength. That takes some courage, hey, Rue, to do that. So again, in this springtime, right, it's some courage to even go print out a picture of Lakshmi, nigga. Some of y'all sitting by the printer right now. Nigga, you sitting by the printer right now. Okay, so what if you at work? Print that bitch out and go get that hoe. You feel me? Shit, I used to do it. I used to print out what? We used to come to the cot. Now, you know, they had when I was at the elementary school, they had the thing where it was private. So it was like you had to get there before you can print the actual items. You feel me? So I was good. So when all them gods and goddesses and babies and sigils and shit, I was saving all of that shit and printing it at work. Ugh. You feel me? Somebody would walk in, I'll just tuck. What's that? Oh, this is something for the kids to color. In PE? Yeah, you know, shit. Chaos in the blood, baby. What? So, you know, the simple things take courage. And I'm just telling you how spirit working in the astral realms. Lakshmi been coming through heavy. So you want to deal with Lakshmi right now. And Lakshmi is, if you clean your home, you're basically dealing with the Lakshmi inside of you. So remember that. That's an important feat. Shout out to 19 Keys again for them words. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
Perhaps the greatest gift we can give to other people is just to listen.
Uh-oh.
Exactly, because they feel heard. But it's interesting to listen and to not get entrapped in their mind. To listen, but to let it go. Mm-hmm. But to hear them, but not just buy it, but hear it.
Yeah. Not to get caught up
I often say, I hear you.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes that frustrates people because they don't want to just be heard. They want to be reacted to.
They want to entangle you.
They want to entangle you. There was a great lady that came to visit me. She was a seamstress. She came in with a tale of pity about how her husband had left her and she'd worked her fingers to the bone. She showed me to take care of these girls. And now this girl had turned bad. And it took her about 10 minutes to tell me. And I listened as hard as I could. And when she got all done, I said, I hear you. She wasn't satisfied. And she told me the whole story all over again. And when she got all done, I said, I hear you. And at that moment, I was just looking at her and she said, You know, she said, I was kind of a hellion when I was a girl too. And at that moment, she came up for air.
Yeah.
I heard her, but I didn't climb in because she had sucked everybody. Oh, you poor dear. Oh my. Oh, you know, that whole thing.
And it's so important, I think, for people to hear themselves as they tell their stories, is how they grow.
And then you become a mirror for them to see their own trip. And if they want to see it, they can. And if they don't, that's up to them. I realized you morally have no right to take away another human being's suffering. That's a big one.
That is a big one.
I know it. I know it.
That's good. Shout out to the family. Yeah, you know, one big aspect of the throat chakra that a lot of people confuse is just listening with an attentive ear, with a compassionate ear. And that compassion is something that's beyond your human urges. It's just understanding and, like he said, letting it go, understanding somebody's point of view and letting it go, right? Even in the aspect of looking at some of these situationships that come up online, you know, like with the Carmelo Anthony stuff, and people feed into that low vibrational, let me pick a side fight, right? Even when you're listening to quote unquote spiritual teachers and all of that, you want to have a compassionate ear or an attentive ear just to hear or even feel where they're coming from, but not necessarily ingrain it in your being, especially if it doesn't serve you. So there was a book that I read back in the day. It was an NLP book. It was an NLP. I think I was 18 or something. It's talked about nothing but listening and how important that is in listening, body language, eye contact, eye cues, blinking, head tilts. It was a powerful book. And the biggest point of being charming was just to listen. You feel me? So sometimes people just and not judge what they say. We listen and not judge. You feel me? But just understand and that's it. You feel me? So I practice that a lot, especially in my consultations, where I can give a certain perspective of light and information based off of what's getting channeled to me instead of me taking in what they're saying, right? And picking a side. Let's say if it's a dispute between a husband and wife, right? Instead of me just tunnel visioning on my client, the husband, or on his wife and saying, oh yeah, she got you fucked up or whatever, right? I can step back and give a proper analysis without picking a side. You feel me? Just based off of just listening with attentive ears and not listening in so much of the emotional stir up of it. So that's important, family. That's important to have. And another thing he said was listening to yourself, your selves, listening to them thoughts in your head. You feel me? That's the biggest one, if anything, because if you can hear them low vibrational thoughts, you can change them and correct them. Whoa, that's not me. Remember, these thoughts ain't you. So you are literally attaching yourself to the thoughts that's not even you, based off of programming or based off of you believing your ego is you. But you're beyond the ego. You're a God. You're a chaos being. So these thoughts can come from so many different levels of existence that you have to step back, just analyze the thought, see where it's coming from. Don't judge it. Don't put so much focus into it, and then evaluate it and change the thought according to your blue sky thinking or your vision desired. That's what consciousness is all about. Changing your thoughts, being able to change it, see it, recognize it, and be okay, well, now this is how I'm thinking. Even if you don't feel like it. Because again, you'll start to feel your energy shift. Another thing I want the family to do is start taking these gratitude showers. Gratitude showers, gratitude showers, gratitude showers. Gratitude showers change your vibration. And in changing your vibration, you'll start to attract higher, more positive outcomes into your life. More wealth and abundance into your life by just taking a gratitude shower every rising. But you got to feel it. You got to feel in deeply like, oh man, I'm just so thankful that all my kids are healthy and whole. I'm so thankful to be able to walk. I'm so thankful to be able to just have a spouse that loves me. I'm so thankful to be able to, whatever it might be, have food in my fridge. I'm so thankful. You know, you got to just, even the small things. And this ain't, see, and that's the problem, especially with the social media thing. People have got caught up in the comparison syndrome dynamics that the powers that be wanted to happen all along. So now when you hear them CEOs and stuff, even the TikTok CEO of his company say, nah, my kids don't watch TikTok, or the Instagram CEO, nah, my kids don't watch Instagram or Facebook or whatever, right? When you hear that, something should ring an alarm in your head that, hold on, man, maybe this is not what it's all cracked up to be. Because essentially what's happening is it's the distractory energy of the dopamine effect. So you're getting dopamine by following people or finding some kind of enjoyment in watching other people's lives. So then you never go through your journey of sacrifices and struggle and pain because you're getting stimulated by somebody else's life, living vicariously through them instead of living out your adventure. So then you don't get into the space of the delayed gratification. You just get into the Instagram gratification, the instant gratification. You feel me? So when you take away the ability to feed yourself instantly, no matter what it is, even just as small as Instagram and TikTok and all of that, that's an instant gratification thing. When you take it away, and I'm not saying take it away, like you don't have to take it away like forever or no shit like that. But if you can limit yourself, let's say to 30 minutes a day, you know what I'm saying? Instead of 5 hours a day, you look at your watch time, you 7 hours on that bitch. Damn. You don't even know where that 7 hours came from. You like, damn, you just have work scrolling away. You feeding your brain so much of somebody else's work, essentially, that you just sit in that bitch. See, Drewski, that nigga that shit is hilarious, nigga. What? Yeah, you. That nigga did that goddamn Miss Rachel. I said, this nigga must be in my house. That's all be on my TV, a white lady. I ain't never thought I would have had a white lady in my house as much. God damn. This white lady be in my house all day. Shit, my other kids didn't even have no Miss Rachel. I don't know what did say. She's stopping my 1-year-old in his tracks. I pause it sometimes if he ain't, just to see. Hell, fuck it. I need that time, baby. You feel me? I'll turn that bitch on. Nigga, Chena, gone. Fuck it. Hey, I'm trying, nigga. These 1-year-olds is chaos. They got me fucked up. You feel me? I'm trying to make it too. That nigga be on my ass. I Miss Rachel, that's my bitch. Y'all got me fucked. I'll play the hell out of Miss Rachel quick. All right, let's keep it rolling.
Fuck your tired body. Fuck that unmotivated mind and get out there and do it anyway. You know, you better fight yourself because you're not only winning when things are going your way. You got to figure out how to win when things aren't going your way. You got to figure out when your body's fighting you, when your mind's fighting you. How do you still, just say, fuck it. I'm gonna beat my mind today. Or do you just give in to your mind and say, oh, I'm tired today, I'm lazy, I don't want to do it, it's too hard, no one else is doing it, it's a weekend, it's too late, these are already off hours. Okay, great. You know who that's great for? Your competition. You want them to give in to their mind. You want them to say, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it. But you want to be the one that says, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. I know I don't feel good today, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to prove to myself that even on days that it doesn't feel right, I push myself. The only way to gain confidence in yourself is to build something. It's not to wait for it to happen. Fuck your time.
To Tom Brady. Yeah, so we just went over the law of rhythm in the Patreon from Panic's book, Origins of a Cold Civilization, Volume 1, Hollywood. And the law of rhythm just states that there's ebbs and flows and everything. So the understanding of the pendulum swing to the left will have a same response to the pendulum swing to the right. So that what that essentially just means is you're going to have powerful, inspirational days, and then you're going to have them days where you don't feel like it at all, right? And the key to breaking free of that energy or that pendulum swing or the law of rhythm is the cause of neutralization, the power of neutralization. Now, neutralization is a big thing because what you focus on is where you're going to feel the pendulum swing the most, right? Go to our Patreon. We just did a whole build on it, dropping in that bitch, and we went crazy. You feel me? Really getting into the nooks and crannies of what that law is actually saying and how to break that law. You feel me? All the 7 laws of Tahuti are supposed to be broken. So once you get into the space of understanding that they're happening to you, then you'll be able to break them with particular ideas and energies as they come up in your life. So there's going to be ebbs and flows in your world all the time, right? And the biggest idea is what you focus on, you become. So you want to focus on something you're passionate about heavy, because when you focus on what you're passionate about, essentially that swing, that pendulum swing to the right, you will feel it. But at the same time, at the end of the day, since you love to do the thing, then it's not going to have that much of a detrimental effect on your being. So for instance, me in these YouTube videos, right? Some days my shit fire, I'll be dropping, channeling this shit. You feel me on ass, be flowing, words just feel like poetry. I be in my shit, right? Y'all be like, damn, Dre, you turned up on that shit. Damn, you run. Other days, a mid pack, a low grade mid. Ha! You're smoking on that real low, that Reggie. You feel me? But shit, the only way I got through it was I just kept on going. You feel me? I didn't stop and I just kept going. And even if it was a mid pack or some Reggie, fuck it, I did my work and I went through that stage of uncomfortability or discomfort or unease to get to the next stage of the flow state. Now you can do stuff to combat it. I do a lot of things. Like I'll fire up my Apollo sticks, my Ganesha spray. I'll start spraying that around my home or around me just to get my energy back right. Like I said, flowers, flowers. I got right here. I got this Sarasvati statue. This combats a lot of energy or a lot of that stagnant energy, so I can get in my creative bag. Sarasvati is this goddess of creativity, art, music, speaking. You feel me? And that notion. I need to have a Tahuti statue up here. Honestly, honest to God, for real. I used to have one up here, but I don't know why I took it down. That's interesting. So yeah, you can do stuff to combat that energy. Crystals, right? Particular crystals will put you back in a vibrational pitch. Now, even with all of that being said, the ebbs or the pendulum swing is still going to swing and you still might feel the effect. But as long as you keep going through that bitch, essentially you can break free into another level of light and consciousness. You feel me? Because that's all we're here to have, that experience, right? So you're here to learn something. So that experience is a good thing. You feel me? We got to stop putting this bad and good aspect on this thing. Like and alike are the same in polarity. So once we know that law, and then we go to the law of rhythm, then we can actually understand that, okay, this is not a good or a bad thing. It is what it is. I am that I am. And hell, I don't have to put down a classic performance every time I come on this bitch, but I do need to come on here to be true to myself and to be true to my heart's desires and my passion that I love. You feel me? So that's important. That's important. Okay, let's keep it rolling, baby. Shout out to y'all, family. I see y'all in here. Y'all leave some questions if y'all have them. Y'all leave some questions if y'all have them. Yeah, Ganesha is a good one too, Titus, for sure. For sure. Humbled, absolutely. What's up, Jock? What's the deal? Truth and chakras, I am infinite being. What's up, Cosmic Chaos? Go down, Kevin. We in here. Drewski is hilarious. That nigga talented. I ain't never seen that nigga miss. Ha! No, I did see Drewski miss. I think I seen 2 videos where he missed, but that's good. You didn't notice it. You feel me? I don't even remember the video. I knew it was something he did recently. He missed like a bitch. I was like, oh yeah, he missed on that one. But still, whatever. You don't think about it in the moment. You just like, let it go. You feel me? All right, here we go. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Just make it exist first. You can make it good later. Ashe.
Your feeling is your own attack on yourself. It actually can't come from another person, but you can mirror their energy for yourself out of your own energy. And because you have this understanding that things originate within you, but then linear, you think things are outside of you, you perceive it as an attack or something that attaches itself to you because you understand it's coming from you on one level, but you still perceive it as coming from outside yourself. And therefore it translates in linear reality as an attack, an attachment. It's your own energy that you're feeling because your belief system has made it seem plausible that you have to mirror the frequency of somebody projecting negative energy toward you. It's all happening within you. So you can just decide, this is not something that I prefer. You can't actually harm me directly. I can decide what my energy frequency actually is. This is what I prefer. You go into that neutral state. And again, you express compassion for someone involved in a negative state because they simply haven't learned the tools that they need to be the whole person they could be. So you come from compassion. You give them your love, you support them in their ability to find a way to find their true selves and uplift themselves so they don't have to lash out at others because they're miserable, and you all know misery loves company. Your feeling is your own attack on yourself.
Shout out to Bashar, man. Shout out to Bashar. Yeah, this external world is not real, so everything that's coming from the outside is you projecting a certain feeling from within. So now when you do have these low vibrational situations that come up to you, like let's say somebody's talking down on you and you actually emotionally attached to that idea, then essentially you ask for it from within. So I tell people all the time, like somebody just put that, oh, Shiva. No, I just seen somebody, oh, Titus just put Ganesha, right? So like even with the Ganesha pendant in your car, you feel me? And Ganesha just meaning opening up the way and clearing out traffic, right? Y'all are believing y'all are in a traffic jam because in your heart, you want to have road rage. You feel me? You want to fight something. So instead of being in the space of low vibrational hate for that energy inside of you, you got to start flip wiring it. So now when you are in that traffic jam, right, you don't even feel it because you're in a high vibrational state of bliss and love for yourself. So you might be in a traffic jam and now you don't feel it because you laughing to the podcast that you're listening to, or you're just listening to the music, singing loud as you can to that music, right? But if you fall into the limbo of, oh, I always fall into this traffic jam, I have road rage, I'm mad, then you're going to pay attention to the external cars around you and the people around you. So now somebody's going to cut you off, and that's going to fuck with your energy, right? And now you're going to be chasing this motherfucker down, talking shit and shit about that car that don't even know you, that's going a whole different way, that just tried to make his way. But because you're focused, remember, focus is the key. You're focused on the low vibrational situation. Oh, it's going to take me 40 minutes to get home. Now, all of a sudden, all your energy, remember, you're just a ball of energy, is going to attach to these situationships out here in this world, in that traffic jam. And now you're literally vicariously bringing in the traffic jam, the disruption, somebody honking at you, somebody flicking you off and shit. You bringing that in because you want to, you feeling it, and you want that to happen. So what you have to do is change your inner world, how you approach this thing, and eventually, sooner or later, as you change that, the traffic will go away. You feel me? And this how fire it is. Spirit will give you place to make other moves to avoid the traffic. Nigga, Spirit, look, this is what happened to me. I was coming from downtown getting my hair done. Big traffic jam. It was like 3 o'clock in the day, 3:30. But you know, I don't never get in traffic ever. So boom, and that's just an internal energy inside of me. Maybe I do get in traffic, but I don't feel it. You feel me? Boom. I meet the HOV lane, or the pay HOV lane opened up. Right? Nobody on that bitch. It's like a one lane straight shot. I don't know why nobody taking that bitch. I got the easy tag and shit. Huge ass traffic jam. I hit that hoe. Got to right to it. Easy tagged all the way down back to my crib and shit, right? But it doesn't have no exit. So it's actually taking me longer to get home because it doesn't have no exit to where I need to be at. So instead of me sitting there waiting through the traffic, I hit that easy tag HOV thing, right? Boom. I got to come back around. But I'm driving the whole time. I got to come back around and make another turn. And it took me 5 minutes longer than me sitting in that traffic. But hell, I didn't experience no traffic. Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, I'm just telling you how this works. So Spirit just put me in position because I never take traffic. That's one of my affirmations, and that's what I feel in my heart, right? Ganesha with me to take another route that serves me in a different light. Hey, I'm just telling y'all what it is, nigga. This is about energy, feeling, vibration. The end. Nothing else matters. Until you get that up in your head, then you're just going to keep on living in a continuous cycle of low vibrational energy and shit, right? You got to change this shit up. I went through that whole walk. It was hard. It was tough, but I did it. I accomplished it. And essentially it takes a lot of meditation, a lot of focused energy, and a lot of just doing the work with courage. You feel me? And the work is easy. Put that stuff around your house. What I tell y'all at the beginning of this bitch, get you some flowers. Trust me. Get you some flowers, flow hers, because that flow in her, the flow her is going to bring in the divine feminine energy inside of you, so you can start thinking more creatively and more intuitively in your home. And speak to them flowers too. So not just go get one flower, you know what I'm saying? Get you. The other day, I just went and got 3 flowers. You feel me? 3 pots of flowers. You know, them hoes be like $9.99 and shit. Put one in your kitchen, one in your bathroom, one in your office or something, and you good. You good to go. You feel me? You can start flowing her some energy. All right, let's keep it rolling, baby. Kobe Bryant advice on how to stay calm under pressure.
So you have to be able to control your mind and understand exactly that pressure does not exist. It does not exist. Those pressures are self-inflicted. They're self-made. It's the imagination. We create pressure ourselves. Whether somebody's watching or somebody's not watching, whether you make it or whether you miss it, you're going to get up the next day and you're going to learn and you're going to do it all over again. So why worry about it? So you have to be able to.
Shout out to the 823 God, baby. Exactly what I just said. You know we in sync, baby. Same birthday, everything. You feel me? 823 God's in the building. And hey, I'm just telling y'all what it is. That 823 is a special day. Chaos of the blood. Shout out to Kobe. Yeah. So, you know, the same idea, all of it, pressure, anxiety, all of that stuff, you're still going to have to walk through that feeling. And remember, you came down here to experience it. Here we go.
Fasting, you don't lose weight, you lose impurities. Everybody that hear us talking now, tonight when they go to sleep, will go on a fast. Once you go to sleep, the body goes on a fast. When you wake up, eat your first meal, we call it breakfast. It's breaking the fast.
You can't tell people that they should just start fasting.
Well, you know what? When you tell people that, you say, why don't you go home and fast? And they'll go home and say, I heard Dick Gregory, I want to fast. They say, well, did you check with a doctor? You don't check with a doctor when you do coke. You don't check with a doctor when you do alcohol. And all the things that I ever did to corrupt my body, I never checked with nobody. Someone asked me the other day, some news station said, you know, you've been fasting for 30-some years. What does your doctor think? My doctor been dead 27 years. Fasting, you don't lose.
The legend, Dick Gregory. Yeah, fasting is important. Y'all know how important I understand fasting to be, right? Also, during this time, sun gazing. Perry, the sun is back out. You need to get outside and try to get that sun light in your eyes early upon rising and well, sunset if you have to. But fasting is important. You know, I've done all the fasts. I've done a 30-day fast, 40-day fast, 10-day fast, about a boatloads, 3-day fast. There, you know, and then there's also aspects. I want to get back into fasting once a week, and I need to figure out in my spirit, you know, when to do it and not how to do it, but just when to do it. Really just need to just go for it. You feel me? Fasting is it. Fasting is going to bring your emotions to the forefront and to the surface. And when you feel them emotions, essentially you don't have no choice but to do with it. So if you want some courage, fast, because that's going to tripwire yourself into start moving. Your energy is going to make you move. Right? They said in ancient times, the Egyptians or whatever, they would fast for a week and they would go out and hunt for their food. They wouldn't eat for a whole week. So they're going out to hunt for their food, bringing it back. Right? And that whole week they've been in a fasted state, but it keeps them alert, aware, you know, ready to fight and, you know, aggressive and assertive and moving with a level of genius that a lot of people don't understand because they never fasted. So I tell people all the time, fasting will show you your true self, and that'll open you up to so many different possibilities. Now, this ain't no medical advice. I'm not a doctor. This ain't no medical advice. Shout out to YouTube. I love YouTube. Ha! Hey, niggas start saying I love you too, baby. But you know, fasting is one of those things that you want to get into the practice of. It's not just necessarily about trying it once. It's a practice. It's a lifestyle, like almost lifting weights. So try to find spaces where you can fast at least once a month. You feel me? Not right now, I'm fasting once a month, but I really need to be trying to get to that fast once a week. And I'll be on it, and then I, fall off. Be on it, fall off, be on it. You know how that shit goes. So then it's just a process of going through that too. You feel me? Because you can find the inspiration just like the ebbs and flows of this thing. So you just want to start, and eventually things will start working out in your favor. Let me see what y'all talking about over here. Just got me some ferns and aloe plants. My big steal was a peach tree. I shade, that's fly. Yep. Do we eat beef dream? No, I'm basically like, if you want to call me anything, I guess I'll be like a pescatarian, but I don't tag myself as nothing really. You feel me? I am that I am, but I definitely don't eat beef or anything like that. Anything I eat, fish, shrimp, but not even every day. Shit, our shit is like vegan based almost, but I don't even like to tag that because that's like it's an egregore spirit just to say I'm a vegan, because then it starts putting ideas that you won't ever eat meat. Like, we're here to experience all of that and shit. I'm just in the space of experiencing what I'm experiencing at the energy that I'm at. All right, let's keep it rolling, baby.
Give up the need to know why things happen as they do. Invest your energy in positive attitudes. Pay attention to how you are thinking, how you are feeling, how you look at life. Invest your energy, invest your power in faith. Life needs faith. You can't live without faith because life is a mystery. And it will always be a mystery. Don't invest your energy in solving your mysteries. Invest it in learning to roll with your mysteries, because you will never solve your mysteries. It's as simple as that. Give it up. Done. Pull your energy out of that and move into, I'm never going to solve this. Show me how to live with it. Give up the need.
Okay, I like that. So now, a lot of times people are trying to figure out how to become successful or rich and fancy cars and homes and all of that stuff. That external world doesn't exist. So if you invest your energy in just being better every day, with just loving on yourself every day, then that's the true game and the true power in your walk. Because essentially, if you love yourself, then what's going to happen? The mirroring effect will happen, and you'll get love back in the form of these trinkets and things, right? But you got to literally fuck all the external world. You got to fall in love deeply with yourself so much that even if the shit doesn't happen, you still love yourself. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, that's all you have. You'll get that damn car and you'll be like, all right, it's cool, but shit, it's not gonna make me. Now, if you in your ego about that, if you is still in the ego vanity thing, right, then that's something you're just gonna have to work on within yourself, where you trying to shit on niggas and shit. Feel me? I'm shitting on this nigga, right? That nigga ain't even paying you no mind. He chilling and shit. You trying to shit on him and he ain't even know your existence. Chaos in the blood, baby. So you want to just fall deeply in love with yourself and do stuff for you that you love. See, when we try to fit in, that's when we fuck up. You fitting into somebody else's paradigm because you believe that's attractive or whatever, right? See, y'all hit that. See, let me stop. Y'all don't even realize some of these females out here that you look at and you might see them attractive on the outside, you fuck with them hoes crazy than a bitch. They'll have your whole world fucked up. You be like, damn, you be like, oh, crazy. Oh, okay, I get it. I see. Crazy. I see. So you can't even deal with, you got to worry about people. Shit. You feel me? You can't fall in. You would get that car you think you want it. That shit would be, you'll get it. You be like, yeah, this is fly. I'm doing my shit. But then again, you start to drive it, and after a month or two, you be like, damn, this takes a lot of maintenance. I got to do this. Damn. So the grass ain't always greener on the other side. And again, I want to encourage the family to take these gratitude showers. Gratitude showers upon rising, or even whenever you take a shower, is going to change your vibration. Find out what you're grateful for on a daily, and move into that space of just saying nothing but grateful stuff to you. One, it puts you in the now, which brings your conscious awareness to light. And then two, it also tripwires your vibration into a more higher positive outlook. So then instead of you trying to force a great day, you're going to have a great day based off of your vibration is in check. So if your vibration is not in check, essentially what will happen is you'll pay attention to that ignorant coworker of yours, and they'll get on your nerves the whole day. Or you'll pay attention to the bills piling up, and now you're just constantly thinking about that shit. You feel me? So you want to be able to raise your vibration because it's going to put you in a more high positive outlook on life, right? And on the walks of life that you're doing in that day and the struggles of the day. And then you compile that with great days over and over and over again. You'll just start to see things come into your world and manifest just based off of you feeling great and based off of the new motions that you're taking. You feel me? You're in a whole new, you're doing stuff that you probably would have never did just because you feeling good. Now you finally go take your wife shopping just because you feeling good. So now your conscious where, you know what, let me take my wife shopping. And then all of a sudden she giving it to you every night that week. And then y'all accidentally tripwire into sex magic, and then that spun delays into more and more stuff coming your way. Feeling good is the work, baby. Hey, I'm just telling y'all what it is. Either you gonna feel good or you want to stay in that low vibrational shit that's causing you to sink and suffer. I hate them suffering ass niggas. Them niggas just want to stay in suffering. That shit trash, boy. Just because they think that shit hard and shit. You feel me? Boys, boys out here rather take on the pain because they bored and shit. They thinking they bored. Nigga, I be at the house chilling, baby. You feel me? I watched Black Mirror this weekend. I watched 3 Black Mirror episodes. I watched that Minecraft movie. Shout out to Yosef for putting me on that. What else we watched? We watched something else. But then shit, I took my kids to the park, took them for ice cream. I went to D-Ray's volleyball game where she turned up at. You feel me? Shit. So, we stay in motion, but the vibration, your energy has to be of that of love for yourself to take you to that level of doing things. You feel me? Here we go. Let's keep it rolling, baby. Let's keep it rolling. Man explains why people should overthink about positive outcomes. Just what I said.
You never overthink about positive outcomes. When you're overthinking because you're running endless negative scenarios. You are never running endless positive scenarios.
Never.
You never wake up going, my company's going to make too much money.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my relationship's going to go too well.
Yeah.
Right? I can't believe I'm going to get too healthy. We're never overwhelmed by positive scenarios. We're always overwhelmed by negative scenarios. And so I started looking at this, okay, what's going on in the sense of the internal world of us human beings? And here's what happens. We fall into negative patterns, but we have to move into positive patterns. You do not fall into positive patterns. You do not fall into positive thoughts. You have to move into positive thoughts. You have to move into positive behavior. So if you're going to bring negative emotions, all you have to do is just slip into it and fall into it. You never overthink about it.
That's good. I like what he said. Shout out to this guy right here. Let's see if he got a name. Speaker Erwin McManus. Shout out to him. I like what he just said, that moving into positive thoughts, moving into positive self-thinking, right? Because again, we know this world is full of negativity and trash. So it is a habit forming ability to think positively over and over and over again on a repetitious cycle of love, and just obliterate yourself with it. You feel me? That's why I do these Motion Mondays, so at least I can give the family some positive, encouraging words that will shift their vibration to start their week off. So you want to, like he said, you want to go crazy. You want to overzealous the positive energies, right? Because again, then you'll start to work on yourself in a whole nother way. Let me read this thing that we read in Panic's book. In the Patreon, it said what he said, which we all know, but I just want to read it because he said, okay, in all the new laws of attraction books, this is the process they teach: never to say words like I will not be poor, because not and poor are negative words, but instead to say things like I am rich, I am happy, I am always smiling, because the words not and poor become the cause, and the effect will be the same, poor and not. Okay, so that's the cause and the effect. We just did the law of cause and effect Saturday. So that's important to have that, and I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it now, Patreon family, after I get off this live. So that's important to have the positive words in your speech. You feel me? Also, it's also important. He says the second sentence is laced with positive words as the cause, and positively will be your effect in this case. That's good. So lace your words with positive words. Also, you want to use the chakra system. I am, I feel, I see, I all them words as well through the chakra system. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Chakras. I am, I feel, I do, right? In your affirmations as well. You feel me? Because essentially what will happen is when you use these, you're actually manipulating that particular chakras as well. You feel me? I am, I feel, I do, I love, I speak, I see, I know, right? So I did a whole thing on this back in the day where you can actually use these. You can actually use these and in a sentence and in your affirmations, and that will start to tripwire your world as well. Uh-oh, my computer froze. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get it back. It'd be okay. I'm back. So yeah, once you do that, once you do those with the affirmations, then you know what I'm saying, you can shift your energy as well in the specific minds that you have. You feel me? With your root, sacral, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat, first eye, and your crown. Right. So you want to do that as well. You feel me? All right, let's do one more. Let's do one more, and then I'm gonna get up out of here, family. Shout out to the family, man. Y'all know what it is. Motion Mondays. Like and share this thing up. Tomorrow I am going to do some Black Mirror things. I'm believing that's what I'm gonna do. Shout out to Issa Rae. That last episode we watched, number 3. That episode was fire as well. You feel me? Hold on. Here we go. Let's see. This guy just dropped on that. So y'all want to hear that shit again. That nigga said use positive words.
About positive outcomes. When you're overthinking because you're running endless negative scenarios. You are never running endless positive scenarios.
Never.
You never wake up going, my company's going to make too much money. Yeah. Oh my gosh, my relationship.
That's good. He said when you're overthinking, you thinking about negativity and shit over and over and over again. You better run that shit into oblivion, into the positive outlook.
Learn to fast. That is a great way to start going down that road of wanting to cut out something indefinitely. We usually do the Daniel fast. Look up the Daniel fast in the Bible. We usually do the Daniel fast, but then again, I add on social media. I fast from social media at least 2 months out the year. And I actually fasted 2 years and a half. No fucking, no smoking.
Wow.
Straight 2 years and a half. And it was the best thing I could have ever done in my life. Celibacy, 2 years and a half, no smoking, 2 years and a half. And it was the best thing and believe me, I wanted to. I was fighting it. I was fighting. I was sweating. I was in my house. Learn to fast. So I was in my house going crazy. I was constantly talking to myself, me and God, and we just back and forth. You would think that it was people living in my house, how much I was talking to myself, but I made it. Once you fast and see how you feel, and you allow yourself to let other good things for the soul, the mind, and the body in, you might find out you might not have time for that thing that you're fasting from. Like, wow, I'm in a good space. I like this. I don't want to go back there because I'm actually capitalizing on it mentally, financially. It's so many good things that can come from it by just trying it in a fast version instead of just saying, okay, I just quit. Because that word right there and quitting, your mind start fucking with you. You might get around other people that's still doing what you're trying to quit from. So I was in my house going crazy. Anyone that's trying to cut out anything indefinitely, I would start slow by fasting. Give yourself a 30-day fast of trying it. Will you get weak? Yes, but get back to being accountable. Like, okay, I got weak that day. It's never too late. Let me jump back on. You have to stay strong and disciplined. Discipline is the main ingredient of a fast.
Shout out to Redman, man. Shout out to Redman. Powerful words. And yeah, you see, even from our celebrities, our gods, our great MCs. Redman even said he went on a 2.5 year celibacy. No smoking, no fucking. So that shit, and kudos to him for going through that journey, right? So there is a level of sacrifice that you gotta embark on in this life, right? And even the social media thing that he said, I did it for 1.5 years, where I cut off the TV, no smoking, no drinking, no nothing, right? I just went chaos. Well, obviously he was eating, but for the whole 1.5 years, I was just before I got with D-Ray, just in my whole zone of focused energy. That's all I would do, would go to work, come home, read, get on the phone at night, you know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, you got to do that shit. And that was it, you feel me? And that reading was like, God, nigga. Shit was good shit. You feel? I wouldn't, no social media, no TV, sports. I didn't know who won anything. You feel me? All of that stuff was gone. And I'm telling you, that shit was a eye-opening experience for me, just to be in that cocoon stage and feel all of that and let go of the world so much that you start to really understand yourself from a whole cosmic level, from a whole another level of you in the world, but you're not of the world. You feel me? Like, y'all seen that kid, the kid from LSU that just transitioned and took himself out. Like, you know, that's just irrational movements or whatever he's trying to do. This feeling so overwhelmed. Life is bigger than these external outcomes that we're putting on ourselves. You feel me? Okay, you didn't get the promotion at your job. You didn't become this star football player. You didn't, whatever, right? Whatever it might be. You're going to have to just step back and say, you are not any of them items and things and situationships. You are beyond all of that. You are a cosmic, forever, alpha and omega chaos being. And your energy doesn't move based off of the external world dictating how you should feel. You feel great and love about yourself, because that's the key. Let's say that kid we would have went to jail or whatever, right? And he would have got some time. Let's say he would have got, let's just even exaggerate and say he would have got 20 years, right? And he would have went to jail for 20. And he would have went in jail, football career gone, everything, boom, right? Now some people are like, oh shit, that's fucked up. But what if that was part of his journey to go to jail, to come back out with a particular light, because he'd been in a space of growth and thinking and exploration of self, where he fell into another level of God. Now that's easier said than done, but I'm just giving y'all the understanding of all of this stuff is experiences out here. You feel me? Hell, Wesley Snipes, he went to jail. That nigga came and he said, nigga, jail was the best thing that ever happened to me. He was the biggest movie star in the 90s. Black movie star. He get into it. Went to jail on some tax stuff that he probably didn't even realize he was doing. Accepted it on the chin. You know, he be into that. He be into the arts and stuff. You feel me? The martial arts and all of that, right? Went to jail, sat down. He said he was meditating that bitch. He said that was the best things that ever happened to him. Came out with a whole different outlook on life. Better. Still smiling and everything. Came out smiling and everything. And then you like, damn, you can't, how you great actor, right? They basically blackball him, and his energy is so high you can't even blackball the guy, because shit, at the end of the day, he don't give a fuck if he in the movie or not. The opportunity comes, it comes, but he just living in his flow state, in his love for self state, that moves him into another level of God. Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. Love and appreciate y'all, man. Love and appreciate y'all. Such a healthy share. I absolutely love, appreciate these Monday videos. Absolutely. Cosmic chaos. I say. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, man. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Be on the lookout for that. I'm not sure if I'm going to lean into the Black Mirror. I most likely am, just because nothing else has came up yet for me. but we'll see how it go. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace to the gods.